So over the past little while, I've been working hard at trying to include some more silence in my prayers. You may have noticed this in our worship services that we have done together online, but even just in my own personal life, in my own prayer time, including more space for silence, just to listen to what the Spirit might bring to mind for me. Now, for me, that often shows up in song lyrics that are starting to run through my head in various ways, and there's often a surprising connection to what's going on in my life, to the things that I'm thinking about, and a song that the Spirit might bring to mind for me. But other times, nothing happens, and it becomes frustrating for me in certain ways. And so I often go back to this poem that I found in one of Henry Nouwen's books. It was written by one of his students, and it talks about this connection between silence and prayer. He says, "Silence is night. And just as there are nights with no moon and no stars, when you're all alone, totally alone, when you're cursed, when you become a nothing which no one needs, or at least feels that way, so there are silences which are threatening, because there's nothing except the silence. Even if you open your ears and your eyes, it keeps on going without hope or relief. Night with no light, no hope. I'm alone in my guilt, without forgiveness, without love. And then desperately I go looking for friends, and I walk the streets searching for a body, a sign, a sound, for nothing. But there are also nights with stars and a full moon, with the light from a house in the distance, and silences which are peaceful and reflective. The noise of a sparrow in a large empty church, when my heart wants to sing out with joy, when I feel that I'm not alone, when I'm expecting friends, or remember a couple of words from a poem I read lately, or when I lose myself in a memorized prayer, or the somber voice of a psalm. When I am me and you are you, when we aren't afraid of each other, and when we leave all talk to the angel who brought us the silence and peace." So as difficult as it is, I'd encourage you to do the same. Take some time for silence in your life. It's such a hard thing to get around nowadays. There's so much noise that goes on in our lives, but just take some time for silence and recognize that both of these extremes are present, and you'll probably land somewhere in the middle at various times. There'll be times when it just feels really annoying and really difficult to sit there in silence, and other times when you'll really experience God's presence. So I encourage you over the next little while just to spend some time in silence, leaving yourself open to whatever the Spirit might bring up for you.